Welcome back to my channel, everyone. I'm so excited that you've made it back. In this video, I want to tell you about the human design system and specifically the energy types. Type that we are going to get into are the projectors. They are about 20% of the population and they are a non-energy being. So what that means is a projector does not have this full battery that they can rely on every single day. So they have to be very conscious about what they are putting their energy into because they don't have an unlimited supply of energy. They are really the ones that have this strong claircognizance is what I tell everyone. They have this knowingness about them. They're very in the mental plane. They're very good at streamlining. They are very good at looking at something and being able to decide this is how this should go and putting all of the pieces together. They're really good at teaching. They are really good at helping us generators and MGs that have all of this energy but not necessarily have the strategy needed to apply their energy in the most effective way. The signature for a projector is going to be success. Projectors are really always looking for success. That is what makes them feel the most recognized, and projectors really love being recognized. I grew up with two projectors in my household, my father and my sister. And growing up, I used to honestly be like, there's either something wrong with them or there's something wrong with me, man. Because I had all of this energy. I just wanted to go, 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 go. I had interest in all of these things. And then I had two people who were always sleeping. They were always sleeping, and not past tense, like they're still always sleeping. I just don't live with them anymore. They're always sleeping, and that's because they're a non-energy being. It is highly, highly recommended that if you're a projector, if you are one of the non-energy beings, that you allow yourself that space and that time to nap and to rest. Projectors, unfortunately, are conditioned by the generators because we're the majority of the people, so we are the majority of the parents that are raising the projectors. And that's why I really teach people, and parents specifically. I have a session that's just for a parent, and I teach you your child's design type because you really should be parenting for your child, not for yourself, right? So unfortunately, there is this not self theme, which really just means anytime you're acting out of your design, for a projector to feel like they have to keep up with the generators and the MGs of the world, and then they guilt themselves when they do need rest. But ultimately, they're so much more effective when they are able to rest and to really be wise about how they are going throughout their day, specifically in how they are using their energy. Projectors can really use the other people in their lives to help them delegate and to help them with other tasks so that they don't have to be doing everything, especially because the generators and the MGs do have that energy to do more things. Not self-theme of a projector is bitterness. So what this looks like is when a projector offers the information, the insight, the wise claircognizance they have to a person about a situation, if they weren't invited in to say whatever they had going on in their head, I always come down to that saying that a person can only meet you at the level that they've met themselves. So while a projector can see all of the ways to fix all of these solutions and to really get people towards success, they gain success, they can help others towards success. But if a person isn't ready to hear it, they're going to get defensive, and then the projector is going to use a decent amount of their energy on giving that information, and then it basically is like a slap in the face because the person's like defensive, doesn't want to hear it, and they don't receive the information. That is when a projector will look bitter. The strategy for a projector is for the invitation. So that's what an invitation looks like for a projector. You don't necessarily need to get like a wedding invite in the mail. We don't have to be that formal about it, but it just is somebody asking you to share your wisdom before you just share it. Because you have to realize some people will never be ready for your wisdom, and other people just need to do a little more work themselves, and then they'll realize, wow, I have such a gift as a projector around me. Why don't I ask them for help? Because they can probably help me with some clarity. The projector's aura is actually pretty much the opposite of a generator. It's focused and absorbing. A generator is really focused on learning about themselves, where a projector is really focused on learning about and understanding others. The next non-energy being is a manifestor. And again, manifestor is an energy type, a generator is an energy type, a manifesting generator is still a generator when we talk about this. Manifestors are 9% of the population. And there is a reason why they're just such a small percentage, because they are the creators. They are the ones that can manifest, and it's just in their DNA to manifest. That is not to say that other energy types cannot manifest, because manifestation is a universal principle. You are part of the universe. It doesn't matter what energy type you are. Your manifestation process will probably look a little different depending on which energy type you are, but you're absolutely capable of manifesting. The manifestors are really here to be able to speak into existence what they want, and signature of a manifestor is peace. So ultimately, if you are a manifestor, you'll find that you're always just trying to find peace in what you're doing, and you're really always moving towards peace. And the not self theme is anger. So when you as a manifestor are finding anger in your day, that is when you know it's time to pivot. You are honoring your manifesting capabilities and allowing yourself to create and to follow that creative flow of energy, or you are listening to other people and you're then going away from your design and you're finding anger in the things that you're doing. Manifestor's aura is closed and repelling. It's because they are here to understand their impact on another. This is where the information is really taught wrong in the new online human design teaching. And this is what I want to really clarify here. If you hear this spoken and taught another way, that is a big red flag that this person was not taught human design from Ra, who is the founder of the human design system and also is the founder of Jovian Archives. The strategy of a manifestor is to inform, and that's because the manifestor has these creative flows. They just have this idea and they want to bring it to life, and they are really able to manifest in that way. But if a manifestor just goes off and does something, then the other people in their life are going to be like, what's happening here? Like, they're just leaving. They're gonna feel some type of way about it, because they're gonna feel like the manifestor is leaving because of something they did, or they're not okay, or whatever the case may be. So a manifestor is really here to just let the people in their lives know that they're going to do something before they go and do it. What that would look like is if a manifestor is sitting at a big table out to dinner, say the manifestor gets a phone call on their phone, and it's a super important phone call, it's about some business thing, and so they have to go take it. So they see their phone ring, and a manifestor not following their strategy just gets up, goes and takes the call, and everyone's like, and the whole table would probably stop, or multiple people at the table, and they'd be like, are they okay right now? Is something going on with them? Everyone would just be like, what just happened? Because their energy is felt. It's so direct and penetrating that it is felt. Now, if the manifestor instead gently interrupted the conversation and said, hey, you guys, I'm getting a really important business phone call right now. I'm just gonna hop out really quick just to take this. I'll be right back as soon as it's over. Don't miss me. Something of that nature. Then everyone at the table would be like, oh, okay, all right, awesome. Thank you for letting me know. And everyone would just go about the dinner without worrying, without feeling like they needed to check on the manifestor or really interrupt that creative flow, because They are going to do what they want to do. And hear me out, the manifestor is always going to do what they want to do. They're just going to find resistance if they don't tell the people in their lives that they're going to do what they want to do. The big red flag would be if you are an MG and someone tells you that your strategy is to respond and to inform. Literally, that's the complete opposite. So if you're being told that you have to respond and inform, you are now taking an MG out of their energy, out of the way they are meant to interact with the world, and yet now you're telling them that they have to vocalize and they have to inform someone when that's not natural for an MG. It's not natural for them at all, and they might not have a defined throat center. Trust me, y'all, I can talk for days because I have a defined throat center, so that's not something I'd ever have to worry about. If you're someone that has a fear of public speaking, you probably have an open throat center. That means that right here would be white for you. So if you're an MG, and if anyone has ever told you that you have two strategies, close the book on them, walk away, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. You have one strategy as an MG to respond. The manifestor's strategy is to inform. So I want to be very, very clear that I give you that distinction. Let me know if you're a projector or a manifestor below. Let me know if you learned anything new about your design type, how all this landed with you, and if you are curious about the other non-energy being in the last energy type, then stay tuned. The last video in this series is going to talk about the reflectors, and it's also going to talk about the crazy theories that are on TikTok about the human design system. It's kind of going to blow your mind. I know it blew mine when I heard about it. So I want to clarify that as well. So stay tuned for the last video in this series if you are curious about any of that. And we will talk soon.